Please welcome Mr. Seanie Vaughan.
Thank you, thanks very much. Okay, I'm going to start off nice and gentle with this one. It's one called Griffith Avenue.
Seanie Vaughan, you're very welcome to the Purple Sessions.
Thanks very much,
You're
Jerry.
very welcome to Boyles. It's great to have you. We're looking forward to hearing your set.
We walk on at dawn and talk like lovers do, enable the blossoms down upon your hair and watch you smile, and memories are a dream from that twinkle in your eyes. New details are recorded for the film of life that's yours and mine.
Tell me about Altered Visions. What was the genesis of that?
Well, Altered Vision, I suppose, was one that I started many years ago. I suppose some of the first songs that I've ever written have been on that. And I suppose it was in the pipeline for a long time,
Right.
and it was something that I really wanted to do for a long time. And just the time came that I felt it was time to start getting something down and to get my music out there, and that's where it came from.
Wait for you because it's from you that my don't stand. We talk holding hands as we stroll down Liverpool, and you say to me, hey baby, and this feels real.
What did you write and where's the ideas coming from?
Initially, the ideas for Altered Vision were just things that I suppose would have kind of happened to me, I suppose, over my lifetime. That was nearly like a fledgling album, if you like, you know, for want of a better term. And I think that now I'm a bit more in tune with what I'm actually about, you know, and I feel like, you know, there's a real development happening here, you know, with the music. So the experiences will still be there, and I think that's a central part of my music, you know.
It's lovely to be here actually, and I've never really kind of been in this situation before where like you have everybody listening, and it's really lovely, and well done to you guys as well. It's absolutely brilliant. Thanks very much for that.
Okay, so Altered Visions now, being an album of songs that you've had, you know, knocking around for a good while, would you have a favourite?
Ordinary Soldier that I quite like as well, that I wrote about a guy that has been coming in and out of our pub for a long time, and character, I suppose. And
No ordinary man, same old ordinary problems to his name. So that's how it seemed to the outside world, the world looking in. Day to day he sits at a different stool in a different bar, talking to other people, his minds don't seem to care.
You find that you will get you easiest in terms of, you know, what hits you quickest for a song idea?
I suppose I would have always been influenced by kind of, you know, growing up by folk musicians, you know, and the story that they had to tell, and I loved that kind of an idea, you know.
Because your background is Galway, isn't it?
Yeah, my background is Galway, and my parents have a pub in Galway, and I suppose, you know, you meet musicians coming in and out, and you hear stories, and I think that, you know, always kind of influenced me.
dance upon the lawn. I hear the beat of the money like a last mental migratory song.
Tell me more about the pub.
It's kind of it's very similar to Boyle's, I suppose, in terms of it's a real kind of a traditional style pub, but we try to promote as much as we can kind of original music as well, you know, and that's something that I really like as well. And we don't kind of, there was never kind of, well, you play a particular type of music, so we don't cater for that kind of thing, you know. So that was always really, really great, and something that I really kind of admire, you know, that we were able to do that, you know.
Right, and it's a family business.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
And where's it based?
In Clifden,
In
Connemara. Yeah.
Alright, and Vaughan's.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay,
Yeah.
so it's a well-known pub in the area.
Well, it would be, yeah.
Well, you want to name check everyone there now? Hi guys, all of that.
Hello, Blackbird. Hello, Starling. Winter's over. Be my darling. Long time coming, but now the snow's gone.
Where did you record Ultravision?
I recorded it in Sun Studios a mixture really, in Sun Studios, in Temple Bar, in Temple Lane, and in Apollo Studios. I kind of mixed it between the three. And it was really great actually. You know, I got a lot of backing from a guy that I went in there for the very first day. I went and I was looking at different places where I could record, and the guy that I went into, he said, "Well, will you play me a song?" And I said, "Yeah, sure, I will." And I played a song for him, and he really kind of, you know, took me under his wing, if you like, because I didn't know really very much about it. I knew the bare bones, and he really helped me out. A guy called Will Kinsella, and then another guy came on board, Sean Cadigan was his name, a guy from Cork, who was actually only kind of training at the time as a sound engineer, but who really kind of, you know, gave me good direction, you know, and they put me in touch with the right people, you know.
So tear down the black flag on. Now you've arrived. This mutiny's over. Here for my life, and you'll survey the wreckage, and I will build a bridge, and it will unite us, the queen and her king. Sometimes it's just meaningless fun, and so we take our day one by one. Sometimes it's just meaningless fun, but it convinces me, oh darling, you're the one.
The big launch with that CD too, the Button Factory, and I mean, I remember seeing you all over the papers in Drogheda. Getting some good publicity. So you pushing all that yourself?
I did.
Got your own.
Yeah, it was a completely kind of an independent thing, and I'm very kind of motivated. And you know, when I want something, I'll go for it. And I had good backing as well, you know, from my family and from my fiancée Lorraine. She really kind of pushed me. I suppose she was the kind of the drive behind it all, and she made sure that everything was done right as well, you know. So that was
Excellent.
very important.
Sometimes it's just meaningless fun, but it convinces me, oh darling, you're the one.
And there you're talking about now 2013, looking at going into the studio again, and these songs are more mature or more developed, would you say?
I would say so, yeah. In my own mind, I'm kind of happier with them in terms of, you know, I see exactly where I'm going, you know.
Right.
I've come across a band called Little Green Cars that are probably well known to a lot of people nowadays, and they came in with me, and they kind of they're only youngsters even now, like they're only 20, 21, but they had great kind of musical ability and great know-how as well.
Okay.
And we were bouncing off one another. One of my abiding things was like that I saw David Gray once.
Okay.
At the Galway Arts Festival, and there was maybe, I'd say, 10,000 people at the gig, which was relatively small for what he could have done, you know.
Yeah.
But he sang the White Ladder album.
Yes.
And everybody sang it word for word for word after, you know.
Powerful effect.
And I just thought to myself, I really want that. I'm going to go for that, and I really want to try and achieve that someday.
Shone bright on our first night, two shadows under moonlight, and intertwined in a knot of love was all that could survive.
You live in Drogheda all the time now?
I do, yeah.
You get home much?
As much as I can, yeah. As much as I can, I try. I feel a real connection to it. I know it's probably cliche, but I do feel a real connection to Connemara and to kind of the landscape, I suppose.
It's very different, isn't it?
It's hugely different.
You and me together, know that night, love's intertwined, and intertwined love, like a rose and a vine, like a rose and a vine, yeah. So if there is a night when you and I are together, and the moon is brightly on your face, please, 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 won't you remember that my love is still with you?
That's really where you got exposed to music.
Essentially, that's it. Yeah. It's something that I always wanted to do. You know, like even I know that's bandied about the place all the time. Musicians say, "Oh, it's always something I wanted to do." Yeah, but I remember even as a youngster, you know, my granny would have lived with us for, you know, when I was growing up, and she's still there now even, you know, and she would have been a big influence on me.
Like a rose and a vine, yeah. The day will come and the moon will fall, and the remnants of the charade will be born, and I know we're breathing with despair. Know that night, the love was bright. It was you and me together.
We're looking forward to the set.
Thanks very much.
Hope you enjoy it.
Yeah.
That's the main thing, as long as you enjoy it. Public Sessions is Boyd's fabulous venue, and Public Sessions are very good at listening. So hopefully you'll have a good night.
I'm really looking forward.
Shawnee, it's been a pleasure talking to you, and thanks very much for coming in to play, and we hope you have a great night.
Thanks very much.
Thanks very much, Sean.
Thank you.
Stars shone bright on our first night, two shadows under moonlight, and intertwined in a knot of love was all that could survive. So as I place my hand in yours, I'm sure the future will be ours as we stare up at the stars in the sky. And all that night, as the love was bright, it was you and me together. Know that night, love is intertwined, and intertwined love like a rose and a vine, like a rose and a vine, yeah. A rose and a vine, our first night.
Thanks very much. Thank you very much for everything tonight.
And talk like lovers do, enable the blossoms down upon your hair, and watch you smile, and memories of a dream, from that twinkle in your eyes. New details are recorded for the film of life that's yours and mine.